Hello and welcome to this wonderful sunny place called Copper Island, where we are back for this big build project. And as you maybe can see in the background, this time I'm technically in a completely new place, at least what in regards of my PC. I have a new PC and I have a render distance of 32 chunks. And it's running smooth. Hopefully. For me at least it's running smooth. Hopefully for you too. I guess I will find out after the stream ends and I will watch it back. And that is also why I'm a little bit late, half an hour, because I forgot to install OBS. Yeah. Let's not question it, it's just how it goes. When you have a new PC, everything's different, even the keyboard is new and I have to adapt to that. So don't mind me a little bit being chaotic today and not having my stuff in order. Also, for some reason OBS didn't want to connect with my YouTube account, so I had to use a stream code or a stream key, and now I don't have my live chat on my screen. It's fine. It's totally fine. I'm sure about that. Maybe let's rearrange the screen. Yes, if we put it though, then I see live chat. Okay. Good. Yeah. I think audio works, at least the audio meters work. My voice is significantly louder than the music is. So I hope we're good. If we are not, please let me know. Because first stream from the new PC, everything is chaotic. But look at that shipwreck. I never knew that was there, even though it's so close, because I just could not see it. And now I see everything. You know, that's video settings, yep, 32 chunks. I hope it works smoothly, by the way. But at least for me, it's super smooth. And that is our build. We started last week before the cold hit me. That is also why I'm streaming on Saturday and not someone during the week where I had planned to do it. But I'm over the worst. In terms of the cold, my voice might still be a little bit raw. I'm sorry for that, but I'm feeling fine and we finally can come back to this build. We have started with the basics, but as you can see, the front's pretty good. We made good progress here, but the back, not so much. And also so far it all is pretty plain. So we still have a lot more to do. In between streams, I did get around to this, because that's what we were running out of. Alright, now I've put the microphone to the other side, because I felt like it is less in the way, but now it's a little bit in the way of my keyboard. Alright. Maybe let's put for me the audio a little bit lower. Yeah, I'm a mess today, just bear with me. It's just what we need to do. The thing about the new keyboard, by the way, in case you're wondering why I'm making such a... Oh god, no. Not this box. Why I'm so much about that. My old office keyboard just... The escape button was on the far left side, as it usually is. But this gaming keyboard has 6 extra buttons on the left of it. And because I kind of orientate my hand by using the little finger where the edge of the keyboard is, I'm pretty much shifted over by 2 centimeters. I had to relocate the Q button so I wouldn't constantly throw my items out of my hand. It's horrible. It's horrible, but then again... New keyboard, I will get used to it, eventually. But until then, things might be a little bit chaotic. But that is fine. I mean, that's what you came for here, I suppose. No, what I'm doing. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Oh boy. How are you all doing, by the way? Have we some of those wood blocks Don't think we have. Let's get some. No, not Q. W is forward. How do we want to orientate those? Don't spam them. Yeah, how are you all doing on this lovely Saturday? I mean, I don't know if it's lovely where you are. Where I am, it's still cold because, you know, it's still winter, but it's getting there. It's surely getting there. It was very sunny today. Very lovely. It's kind of the weather where you bask in the sun and think it's so lovely, so warm, but every part of your body that's not directly touched by the sun still freezes because it's still cold. And everyone has a cold at the moment. It's horrible. Do we even want to have a window here? Not sure. Do I have... Nope, I don't have the stairs in my inventory, so no, press the W, not Q. Yeah, let me know if you see any stutter. You shouldn't see any stutter, but if you do, then I maybe have to put down the render distance anyway. Because we don't necessarily need 32. But it's certainly nice to have. If we have it, you know. Okay, we don't have any more stairs, or at least not many. Only... No, not any. Alright. 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 It's fine. Totally fine. We have enough pale wood, we can just make 40. Sounds good. Is it getting nighttime already? Oh, it sure is. Maybe let's take the bed with us. The sheep are a bit annoying anyway. Where to place the bed? Maybe somewhere outside here. So it's also... Yeah, it will take me some time. Well, let's place it in the middle. Right. Something like that. The head's in the middle. Don't know what that does. Probably not healthy anyway. So, we also ran out of stairs here. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. You would think I would remember what I did last week, but... yeah, not really. It's, you know, it's a week ago. It's a long time. Not sure what that crazy elf did 1 week ago. What? These are the stairs. Okay. Okay. This should be a corner one. Pretty sure about that. Okay, but I'm feeling good today. In comparison how I was feeling yesterday, or especially 3 days ago, God. That cold. As soon as it hit, it hit. It hit good. But I kinda did speedrun it. You know, no one has time to have a cold. Already this week I did barely get anything done. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard on me after all. If you have a cold, you know. If you're ill, but still. Life doesn't wait. Guess next week will be quite busy for me. Trying to reclaim all the time, all the work time I've missed this week. But technically, that's already the start of it. Because sometime I have to get this video out, right? I feel like I'm already kinda 2 weeks late. Not that it really matters when I will upload this video, but still. But we still have a lot of building to do. And today will be especially crucial, as that's the day we have to turn this so far boring layout into something interesting. Because it's a big build, but with big builds you always run into the danger of having just some imposing halls, maybe a big tower, but overall a very boring structure. And that is definitely not what I want. I want to have intricate details and smaller gangways and connections. So it's interesting to look at. I've also did that last week. And that will take us some, if not to say a lot, of fiddling about. But we can do that. After all, there's no rush. And if that stream takes 8 hours... God, I hope not. But if it does, it does. Oh, that's not what we want. Is that wall finished eventually? 2 more segments to go. Yep, but that's the price about big buildings. That's why I usually avoid them. And stick to rather a small size, but for this one we just have to. Have to go big or go home. Okay, how do we do that efficiently? Alright. I'm a mess. With this keyboard, maybe in a week's time I will be used to it. But so far it's just me hitting all the wrong buttons. Oh, I run out. Okay, that's a different issue. That's not the new keyboard. I can't blame everything on the new keyboard, can I? I mean, I can, but wouldn't be wise. Good, good. Okay, we are at the corner. That is good. But then again, I probably should start filling in the back before we do the roof. Because I have some plans for that. Which will be a little bit more involved than just having a triangle-shaped roof. Because while that's a good start, it is on its own a little bit boring. And we don't want to be bored. Have I? Oh yes, I forgot about that one. That is okay. You can forget things. As long as you remember eventually. You can also misplace blocks, as long as you replace them. Oh boy. I will probably find so many misplaced blocks afterwards, but that's fine. For a time-lapse, that doesn't matter. As this stream will be turned into a time-lapse for the video. Which always puts a little bit of pressure on me. To go organized about it. And don't run constantly out of materials, because, you know, getting materials is always a little bit of a disturbance in the time-lapse. But then again, the time-lapse is so much sped up that it doesn't really matter. It's just me who thinks it does. Where is... Yeah, we are running through the materials fast. Here's my axe. Good. Then let's draw this all the way through. Good. Maybe add in those stairs, even though we will probably close lots of these windows up. So it's kind of awkward to have all of them open. And I need more. But we have a crafting table in inventory. I was thinking ahead. Sometimes I do that. Not very often, but sometimes. Alright, how do we get there even? Do we have more scaffolding? No. Oh well. Let's do it like that. It works, I suppose. Good. Well then, what I was thinking about. Maybe let's eat for a change and get the bamboo, because we will need that. What else do we need? Bamboo and maybe some andesite. Should have both. Still enough there. Andesite or tough? We use tough on the outside, so maybe I should do that too. It will make sense in a moment, trust me. Where's my bamboo? Here we go. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. Maybe we'll get something from our storage room. I think there is more. I hope there's more. If there's not, it will be mighty awkward. And yes, I still did not get around building my bamboo farm. I will hopefully do so eventually. I mean, it's not a difficult farm to build, but you still have to do it. Oh yeah, that's good. That is a relief to see. Let's bring all that stuff over, and then we can start with the roof. Because I've thought about only having the triangle-shaped roof half of the depth of the wing, and the other side will be an open balcony area, where you can look onto the inside yard. Brown is my wooden box. It's not that hard to remember, Tony. Okay, we need mainly half slabs, I think. We have enough stairs. Yeah. And also some of that... how's it called? Always forget its name. Mosaic stuff. Which you get by combining two slabs, which we then have to turn into slabs again. It's a bit convoluted, but it works. And my inventory is now an utter mess. I mean, that's nothing new, is it? Okay, we have those, we have these. Should be good to go. Maybe let's get a few more full blocks. Yeah. Should be fine. Alright, do we have any more scaffolding, by the way? Or is it just the stuff that is scattered around on the inside? Probably the later. Maybe I should craft some more. No, we need that to get out. Alright, we have 18. Should be enough. Not plenty. And I also could equip my elytra. That's probably useful. And it's getting nighttime again. That is not too useful, but we have to work with that. Good, good. Where does the roofline even start? Oh, we have forgotten about the tiles. We can't forget about the tiles. Because we need also some dark colors. Am I blind? Oh, we only have 7 more. That is not good. That is certainly not good. Okay. That should be enough for now. Also have to clean up that mess. But most of the copper is oxidized, so that is good. That means we definitely have enough for this build. At least I think we do. No one really knows. So let's start maybe pulling that line through. Yeah, that will be awkward. That will be very awkward to do. Is it easier from up top? I don't think it is. Just have to do the painful thing. But that's why that's a live stream, you know. Oh boy. But maybe we do just one more segment and then kinda outline what I have planned. Or just try out what I have planned, because I have not prepared in creative or anything like that. Just in my head, and you know how that works. You imagine things one way in your brain and they turn out completely different. Let's fill all of this in while we're at it. Oh, that's not the way. Oh, we have used half slabs here. Is that what we want to do? I was thinking about using actually stairs here, rather than half slabs. After all, the roof will only be half as wide. But that doesn't change the height, does it? Still, I will go with full blocks. Oh, with stairs rather, not with full blocks. And let's use planks here to save on resources. What am I doing today? I'm a mess, I'm telling you. Maybe let's get the... No, let's maybe empty out our offhand. Maybe that's easier. Good. Okay, I can't blame this on the keyboard, that's just me. Maybe I have to bring the microphone back to the right side. Maybe then it's a bit less in the way. But then it's in the way of my screen. It's always somewhere. How far do we need to go? Is that a scaffolding block? Well, that will despawn. I already, before starting the stream, I had panic that I lost my sword, because I thought I might have thrown it away and it already despawned, while Minecraft was open, while I was redoing all my OBS settings. But no, I just put it in a chest unknowingly for some reason. So that was a bit of a relief. And now I have just filled in the upper side of the lower row. It's fine. It's totally fine. We can clean up afterwards. Okay, I think that's the middle. Yep, then on the other side there will be the balcony. But we still would probably want to have that border. So let's bring this in. Oh no, we don't need this block. Yeah. Maybe a second row, but then we should do the inside first, because this is something I will certainly forget if I don't do it now. Of course, Tony. Of course you had to fall down again. Then make this bridge complete. We will probably need it more often. And also I have no clue why I removed those. They should be filled in. Good. We're getting there, eventually. Then the question is, on which height should the outside floor be? Why have I made so many half slabs? Because I want to use full blocks. Oh. Guess we will never know. Get some more of those. Alright, I was thinking of having the balcony over jutting a bit. But we need to border it with something, because the underside might be good for the flooring, but not so much from the outside, I don't think. Yeah, that looks horrible. That looks horrible like that. What material could we use there? Maybe quartz, but I don't have a lot of it. Fun fact, originally I was planning to make this whole building out of quartz rather than pale oak, but not only would it have been a pain to get, I mean we could have traded for it, but also I like this texture much better actually, and it also is more in line with my style. But I don't think it will work for bordering the balcony. We could use that. The bark, would that look okay? Because it has a different color than the tiles do? I'm not too sure, but it's pretty rough of a texture, isn't it? Or maybe just inset the balcony after all. So that is the middle. Maybe let's bring in a wall. that might help to envision what I've planned. But is that actually the middle? No, it's not. Why was I thinking that would be the middle? Alright, don't worry, we can fix that. And then we need half slabs on top, don't we? Ah, that's still the wrong button. Still have to get used to the keyboard. Yeah, that is the middle. Good. Then we can put in a wall. And we might replace it with a different texture or different material, but let's just go with planks for now. Yeah, I'm telling you, this keyboard, it's driving me insane. I mean, it's a very nice keyboard, better than the Office one I had before, but that extra row of keys just throws me off. Can we reach? We maybe have to do that. It's fine. We will get there eventually. Yeah, we definitely have to replace the texture, because it doesn't look good besides bamboo. Does it? Alright. And does that texture even, or that material work? I think it works for the entrance. But maybe we want to use the andesite after all for the balcony. Because it's a tad bit lighter. Yeah, I think I like that more. Alright. Then rather than having the balcony jutting out, we can also just have it tucked in. But I'm not sure if I like that. It doesn't have too much character like that, does it? So we need to extend. It also gives us more space up here, which is also very good. Or should we just line it with copper? Not sure about that. Because I would want to have kind of a whitish material, but not pale oak. Maybe I'm just a bit too specific about that. I'm not too sure. Let's see what I have in storage. Or in my... what I have prepared. If I can get there before the nighttime falls. Don't think I have too much in here. We can use polished deep slate. Oh, smooth stone might be an option. And let's also try copper. Maybe it works. I don't think it will, but maybe it works. Okay, let's run to the bed before any monsters spawn. I already had enough creeper explosions in this world. Maybe get a sip of water. Good, good. Maybe also let's relocate the scaffolding to a place where it's a bit more useful to me than all the way over there. Any more blocks flying about? Nope. Good. Okay, this might be a little bit... Oh, that actually works. Does it? Does it need to jut out more? Or do we want stairs here? I should bring the stone cutter with me. I think that's definitely necessary to do. That's the thing with big builds. One workstation is just not enough. But I like this hall. But here you see tough for the outside. I think it works quite nicely. And then andesite on the inside, which is a lot more bright. And as the balcony is technically also an... I mean, it's outside, but it's a location you can only access once you're inside. The underside makes more sense. Maybe. I'm not an architect. Just how I imagine things work. Yeah, there actually are no stairs of those. That's an issue, but there are half slabs. So maybe let's try out those. If we do it like that. It would look a bit awkward from the inside. We would need some kind of a barrier, of course. And in a way I think about using glass, but that wouldn't really fit the style. So we will probably go with some kind of walls, as fences would also not be too ideal here. But does the overhang work? I'm such a... Yeah, I constantly fall off things. Do I have... Nope, and no feather falling. It's fine. It's fine. Looking at my health, it's not fine. Because all that's accumulated fall damage. Nothing else. Alright, I think we go with it for now. And see if we still like it once we have pulled it all the way through. Oh, there's a wandering trader. Inside my construction zones attract wandering traders. I don't know why that is, but... Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Alright. Alright. For being still on the edge of a cold, I kind of talk a lot today, don't I? That's alright. Let's just hope after 2 hours my voice isn't sore, as it's still not fully recovered, but apparently I'm not worried about that. Now comes the lengthy part, placing blocks. And I also have to install a basement eventually to this build. But I might do that off stream, because you won't really see it in the time-lapse anyway, and it's just me a lot of digging. We'll see. I mean, on Monday I will stream Stardew Valley again. So I have to see how I can fit even in another Minecraft livestream. If I want to have that episode done by the end of the next week. Which might not be doable, I don't know. After all, I'm not a full-time Minecraft creator. I wish I would be, but I'm not. We need more cobble deep slate. That is something I do know. But we can't get that. And my tongue is dry. Is that overfilling? No, but we might send the minecart away. So it can all fill in into an automatic storage system. Which we have down here. Okay, not too much deep slate in my inventory. Why do I always make the same mistake of not emptying out my inventory before trying to get resources? It's just always the same madness. Let's put that in the overflow chest. Oh, I think that's from last stream. Probably is. And that's all of our deep slate. Let's hope that's enough, otherwise we have to go mining. Which I don't fancy doing because we have enough construction work to do. Also, I'm not too sure if you want to see me mine. Because it's not the most entertaining thing in the world, is it? Maybe I should play a super hostile map eventually again. Because then mining is entertaining. would make good for a good live stream, to be honest. Or we could come back to Psychedelica, which I used to make videos about, but not many, before I ended the series. Which I still feel bad about, but then again, there were not too many people watching it. And editing a super... not a super hostile... where's my stone cutter? Editing a CTM map playthrough is a pain in general. Because with a regular Let's Play, you know your key moments when you have something to show or to say, or when something funny happens. But with a CTM map, there's always carnage, but it's always kind of the same carnage. And nobody wants me see slaughtering zombies for 1 hour straight. So how to edit that? So that's why that might be good for live streaming. Can we? Yeah, we can reach it. And it's raining again. It always is. I feel like Minecraft knows that this is an island, so it has to rain more often than it usually does. Because it always rains in this world. Yeah. But a CTM map might be really in order fairly soon. We'll see. I've just started streaming Stardew Valley, maybe let's get not too much on my plate. Because you know how that is. You start with everything and then you don't finish anything. Which is not too good. But then again, if you start many things, you will see what your audience is interested in. Because it doesn't always work how you imagine it. I remember once I started a hardcore series because I thought that is what people wanted to see. No, it wasn't, at least not for me. But then again, if you're still fairly new to YouTube and your channel is still fairly small, it's always a bit of a pain as the algorithm doesn't really know your channel yet. And doesn't know who your audience even is. What kind of people are interested in your stuff and which are not. So it's always a bit of a gamble. But that's just what I have to go through. What anyone has to go through. I mean, that's a lot of people complain about the algorithm and say it favors big channels. But the thing is, all the big channels went through that awkward phase I'm going through right now. Also, once they were still small. It is a patience game. It surely is. But I mean, that's Minecraft in general. Especially building big things. Okay, let's at least hope I'm going in the right direction with what I'm doing here. I mean, both with my channel, also with this build. Is it getting nighttime? We should sleep then, probably. Where did this block go? It's not. How did I even place it down there? How is it possible? This is Java edition. It shouldn't be possible. Oh, that's the wrong block. Yeah, that's why everything takes an awful amount of time. But then again, even Minecraft Survival is not as bad as Blender. You know, Blender, the 3D software, it just doesn't matter how many hours you dunk into that. There's always more. Are you still attached to your llamas? That's good. So in a way, I can't complain. I know how much time 3D modeling takes. So Minecraft is in comparison very quick. Extremely quick. And you don't need to think as much. Because all you can do pretty much is place blocks. I mean, except if you get into armor stand stuff. Which we will. Not in this live stream, but for this build. Which is really exciting because it's the very first time I do, you know, actual armor stand stuff that is beyond the vanilla game. So let's hope this turn will turn out somewhat decently. I think I'm out of andesite. Okay, we have more of that. That is not an issue. And maybe also think about that because this material doesn't work here, does it? Maybe just... And a creeper spawned. How's that a thing? Go. Yep, I probably will forget about it. And then it will get me off guard. That's how that always happens. Maybe that... Yeah. I know it's the same as on the outside walls, but... I think in this instance it works. Because there are not too many white blocks in this game, which might be a weird statement to make, but I could certainly use a few more. And yes, I know there's quartz, but quartz is kinda... I don't know, it's kind of a special block that is somewhat hard to use. Not too much of a fan of quartz, to be honest. Also awkward to get, of course, when you're not trading for it. Okay, we should think about texturing a little bit. Okay, is that a good feeling for a balcony? Yeah, I think that works. Surprisingly well. But we need more half slabs. Then let's make a new crafting table because I'm too lazy to go down to get the other one. And for this you don't really need a stone cutter, it's just the stairs, which are dreadfully expensive in the crafting table. Alright. I was thinking of maybe either replace this row with also andesite, which would look a bit odd from the outside but more consistent from the inside, or use half slabs here, which would look a bit odd from the top down but also gives it a bit of a texture. Yeah, no, that's not an option. But maybe andesite would be an option. Let's get maybe those two to just see how that looks. I think we have to go to the other side to really see. It maybe would also be useful spyglass situation, but I don't have it on me. It's fine. Yeah, they stick out. That is not good. But overall, I think that works. Or should it stick out a little bit further? Maybe it should stick out at least one block further. I think that might look more interesting. But yeah, I need more andesite, that's for sure. Oh, and there's still a creeper up. Where is the creeper gone? Okay, now I'm terrified. Because creepers, where you know their location, are not a big deal. But creepers where you don't know the location of, they are a big deal. Andesite? Are you kidding me? Okay, back to the storage ship. I mean, at least that creeper stays put. Which is something, I suppose. How are you doing, Aurora? My trusty clipper. I love the chip. Okay, where is andesite? It should be... I think that's enough for now. We don't need too much stuff. I was thinking of also adding a tower to the community center that will rival the skeleton tower. Because after all, the community center will be the centerpiece of this island, so it should also be tall. Okay, is the creeper somewhere around here? It can't really have despawned, as we are literally well above it. Huh. Okay, let's just pretend it was never there. Okay, andesite. Then we have to get rid of all of that. Have we not efficiency on this? Yes, we have. It's efficiency 4. It's still slow. Or is it just me? Maybe I'm just in a rush today. Yeah, it feels slower than usual. And it's not that I'm used to efficiency 5. Must be me. Alright, then should we add 1 or 2 rows? Maybe let's just try out both. Nope, we don't need tough. I maybe should get rid of this. Then we can have a proper look at it, see what we prefer. Maybe also get that stuff. Okay, yeah, you can't really tell from the front. Yeah, I think 1... Yeah, that's better, I think. That's a bit too much, or is it? Actually, that's not too bad looking at it. Yeah, I think I will go with that. Why have I closed that up again? Why am I such a silly goose? Oh yeah, maybe I should also grab that stuff. Because smooth stone is a bit of a pain to get, even though I have access to unlimited kelp. You still have to smelt it. And that's work. That's time I could use for building, you know. Alright, placing blocks it is. Maybe also let's drink a little bit. Before my voice gets completely dry and raspy. How far should this balcony even extend? I don't think I want to have a tower here. I was thinking of adding another tower in this inner corner, which will be the biggest of them all. Should we wrap the balcony around? Yeah, I think that could be good. So it also should... Now overhangs 1 block there. So it should also overhang 1 here. At least I hope that is what it should be. Yeah. Yeah, I think that feels right at least. In terms of layout, that feels good. Okay, we should go to sleep. Otherwise we will have more creepers spawning. And I always forgot that I have my elytra on. So getting down shouldn't be as painful as it is. But getting up is, as I don't want to waste any rockets. A creeper farm is probably something I should build. It's probably useful. But then again, a lot of digging. A lot of lighting up, so the rates are good. Yeah, it's just an annoying farm to build. Good. Oh, let's ignore that for now. Let's just worry about the edge. I think that is more important. Tony, don't constantly fall off of something. I mean, the thing is, that's an awkward height. If it would be a deeper fall, then I would probably remember to use my elytra. But if that's just, you know, about 8 blocks, no chance. I will use my elytra. I will just fall down like a derp. Is actually, oh yeah, replay mode is working. Just wanted to make sure because it's the first time I'm recording on my new PC. And if that time-lapse wouldn't be recording, that would be awkward. That's all of my smooth stone, is it? That is also awkward. Alright. I hope I have more smooth stone, because if we have to smelt that now, that would be... Okay, 1 stack, but I guess... I will put a stack or 2 in the furnace. Can't hurt, because we have definitely more regular stone in the storage, but not necessarily smooth stone. Let's just use those. We should have some kelp here. Perfect. Do I have... Nope. Nope, nothing here either. Oh yeah, I still have stuff in my oven, I forgot. Maybe let's put that out of there. Is there anything we can get rid of? I think the copper we don't need. Also that can stack. Good. Then let's continue with the balcony. And I still haven't fully figured out how to access it. I mean, probably the tower will be the solution. How big do we have to make the tower? Because it's kind of the tower where you would want to have a staircase in it and not just a ladder, but staircases take up a lot of space. But then again, it could be just a staircase tower. We'll have to see. Okay, that's all of the slabs. Alright, that... If that's them, how should we end that? Maybe let's worry about that later. Where's my crafting table? It's over there. Nope, that won't be enough, or barely. What am I doing today? Okay, let's put that stuff in then, and then maybe have another look from the ground, if we actually like what we are doing. Because it's always kind of a gamble if you plan these things out not beforehand. Oh, and that maybe is a danger. But I don't have any torches on me at the moment. That's fine. Surely nothing will spawn in there and explode us, right? That terrain is a mess. Okay, we should round that corner, because that's a bit much. Or maybe not even go all the way. Ah, let's try to see how the corner rounded looks like. And maybe also we don't want it to jut out quite as much on the back. Yeah, maybe we want to tuck it in slightly. But we have to get rid of stuff again. It's always the same old story. Build and destroy. But for this big build, the time-lapse will be so much sped up that you will barely be able to notice it. Hopefully. Good. And how much do we want to curve it in? Is that a good... No, that looks awkward. Something like that. Does that look good? Maybe let's look at it from the ground. Where am I? Get easily lost in my own terrain, don't I? Yeah, I mean, that certainly helps. We might even want to remove that row. Yeah, I think we're getting somewhere. And I'm also not too sure if that overhang maybe isn't too much. Isn't too big after all. Because that's quite a lot. But we will also have something on the ground later on. Huh. So maybe let's put those in. Don't know what it's about why those are missing. Oh, and they're also missing here. Will I leave it or will I change it? I'll leave it for now. I'll leave it for now. Let's fix that corner first. Even though I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing here. Here we have it like that. It's 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, maybe. Then replace those with slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, those need to be slabs. Or is it the right way, what we are doing currently? Maybe it's not. Maybe it should be slabs here. No, that looks definitely off. That's not what we want to do. Okay. That might be, I mean, it looks fine from the top. Not sure if it also does look fine from the bottom though. Does that line up with this? It does. Okay, let's try to fill that in before the nighttime falls. And then we will have a look from down the bottom again. Yeah, that was a little bit. We didn't have enough height to make that. Maybe I should grab some torches because it's get kinda dark down here. Alright, how are we feeling about this curvature? Maybe now it doesn't stick out enough? Maybe it doesn't stick out enough. Yeah, it doesn't look really consistent. Okay, let's get torch. Oh god, you scared me, dude. I think I should have torches somewhere. Maybe... no? Maybe here? Here we have some torches, good. You should always have some on you, but for some reason I don't. Okay, I think that's all lit up. At least lit up enough. Three should do the trick. Maybe also 3 on the outside. We will probably need a lot of lanterns for the final build. But it's alright. I have plenty of iron from the stronghold cave. From the mines underneath, or where the stronghold was. So we have enough iron, eventually. Or finally, after all. Not quite sure what the wrong word here is. I'm trying to get out. Okay, I'm trying to focus what I'm doing here. Surely that should be... 1, 1, 1. Then full blocks here and there. It's always the trouble if you've changed things. You never know what to actually, where to put things. Or which blocks you need to replace. And these have to go, right. But then again, I probably shouldn't be as perfectionistic. Just accept that sometimes there will be blocks out of order. It's just how it goes. Alright. Yeah, I think that makes much more sense now. Good, maybe then let's deal with the tower. And for that we need some copper. To see where that is supposed to go. Because I feel like this part of the build that originally I wasn't even planning on doing requires a lot of attention. And resources. Always a lot of resources. And this entrance hall looks so small now in comparison. Not sure how I feel about that. Because that's supposed to be kind of the main thing. Oh well. So the other towers, maybe let's go all the way back to the other side. They have a 5-block interior, don't they? Yes. This one's supposed to be bigger, but not too huge either. Actually, I can collect up this scaffolding. Maybe place a torch there, because that's mighty dark. Have I actually put the brightness up in that game? Oh, no, I haven't. I should definitely do that. As I was saying, new PC. Oh god, yeah, that is blinding. But should be good for YouTube compression. Alright. That's the middle of the tower. So a 5-block interior would end here. Be kinda like... Dude, you're in the way. Kinda like that. Let's maybe go with 7, because I feel like 9 would be too much. Yeah, let's see, how big is this one? Well, that is 7. Yeah, that's 9. That's too much. So let's just go with 7. Because it's supposed to rival the skeleton tower in height, but not necessarily in mass. So we will have the outer line there. And then the question is how to make it round. Probably like that. Or like that. Yeah, 7 is always the awkward tower size, isn't it? Huh. What is the perfect circle from here? Let's just look at it from that angle. Or like this. I'm not feeling like this is particularly well thought out. Yeah, you heard me correct, Wandering Trader. This isn't well laid out. Let's see if that's better. I mean, it's a bit squarish, but yeah, that works. Perfect. Then we have to get rid of those walls again. Just put them there. That's okay. Also that copper. So these are 5 long. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I feel like this is a good size. Also, it doesn't impact too much the rest of the interior. I mean, that's... Then again, we can pull out this wall on the bottom floor. It doesn't need to be there. Good. Then to put in many more walls. Maybe let's use that already stripped stuff for the bottom layer, so we don't run any issues with, you know, deoxidizing the copper with our axe. Because that's always what happens. So, maybe get rid of this. It's a messy process. It's just how it is. So much stuff in the way. Okay, this can stay where it is. Can I? Yep. I can fit in. Okay, 3. Maybe let's do that first. 3, 4, 5. Then again, we don't want it all the way on the ground, but I need more pale wood. We should build a circle in the sky. so we can set the rest of the tower on, as I don't want to have the tower walls all the way down to the ground level. Is it getting nighttime again? Really, the days should be twice as long. Yeah, even the wandering trader agrees. Lovely. Okay, let's not bother, let's go to sleep first. Or maybe bring the bed up with us now. Is that... Oh, that's a sheep. Not another wandering trader. Good. All right. Get that stuff in my offhand and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That extends far, doesn't it? Now we need some planks. That's 2. 3, 4, 5, then the corner section, and 5 again. That's the corner. Good. And we can get rid of those. Maybe let's leave that stuff here just for convenience sake. And I guess we just pull the tower up. Should be maybe... The corner should probably not be pale oak, but rather just spruce wood, right? Might be more interesting that way. Also a bit less of a hassle as, you know, spruce is easier to come by than pale oak. Or yeah, I mean, pale oak is pretty easy to farm once you have the saplings. Oh, excuse my voice. Still noticing is it's still not fully recovered from the cold, but it's okay. I mean, we are barely over an hour of the stream, so my voice still should be good. Alright, what am I doing here? I'm curious to see in the recording how loud my spacebar is. Because to me it sounds a little bit too loud. But then again, I'm a very emotional spacebar user. So maybe that's just my own fault. It probably is. I remember my old keyboard is I bought it specifically because it's a quiet, noiseless keyboard. But my intuition was, when I first used it, because it's so quiet, I have to press the buttons harder now. Which of course is completely besides the point of buying a quiet keyboard. Now I just have a regular gaming keyboard. I mean, saying that it's a much better one compared to the old one. But it's not particularly quiet. So if you can hear my keystrokes, I'm sorry. It's just what we have to deal with. Okay, maybe I should have a look at it from down below to see if that's going in the right direction or not. Whee! Oh yeah, I think looks quite good here. Now to the balcony. Maybe it sticks out too far after all. Yeah, it's kind of awkward because it's flush with the tower. It would be better if it sticks out a tiny bit more, or if it wouldn't stick out. Maybe we do have to push that one block back. Maybe we do. Let's try out a small segment first, before we do the whole thing. Maybe to here. It should be enough for now. Oh, what was that? We could also, of course, have a curvature somewhere in there, but that would be a later addition. For now, I just want to have the default width correct. Then that connects to there. Yeah, I think that feels... It feels better from up here at least. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's better. Alright. Then we have to do that curvature back there once again. It's okay, Tony. You can do that. So we have to remove these. And those have to replace with slabs. As well as these. And this one. Okay, that's already a full block. That is good. Am I doing this correct? Yeah, I think I am. Good. That's not good. Good. Then we can remove all that stuff. Push it a slight bit back. I feel like half of the stream are just spending on this balcony. But it's okay, we still have time. No need to rush anything. After all, this is an important build, so we can spend a lot of time on it. I might not even be able to finish it this stream. But that's okay, we have to do a third one. I mean, the interior I won't even do on the stream anyways. That is something exclusive for the video. Because with the interior I want to do, you know, explaining stuff as I go along. This will not be turned into a time lapse. But the exterior certainly will. Because imagine doing this in a video. The video would turn out 2 hours long. No one has time for that. I mean, except if it's a long play, but it's not supposed to be. Okay, yeah, that looks much better. I'm happy with that. But what I'm not happy with is also that scaffolding placement is very awkward. But is that roof, or the width of the balcony, I think we should... If I can get some stairs... Have the roof come down at least one block. And have the wall there instead. I think that just makes a little bit more sense. Oh yeah, the roof is just not filled in here. I was wondering why I was suddenly seeing the open sky. When I wasn't expecting to see it. How much is there? Okay, we have reached the end. We can also get rid of this. So then fill in that again. And should we have left the wall where it is? Because if we do it like that, we have... Because we don't want the roof flush with the wall, of course. We want to have it a little bit sticking out. We fill out that. This throws me off this hole. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that wasn't... Maybe I did something wrong here. That's the tower. That has to stay. Good. But we can use then planks for the most upper row, because no one will be able to see it. And why is it nighttime again? Oh, we don't need that. That's a bow, not an axe. Maybe that works? Not sure. Also not sure if we should use the deep slate tile trim on the balcony, or on the inside rather. Don't press forward and up at the same time. That doesn't usually work, Tony. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's a bit awkward to place because I can't reach the lower floor. We have to do that from the underside, I suppose. Yeah, that is awkward. Alright, let's do scaffolding. That's what it's for. Oh. There should be a count on this game for misplaced blocks. But it's probably better that something like that doesn't exist, because it would just be terrifying. At least for me, but maybe it's a me problem. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, get out the tiles. Once again fill in this hole because it irritates me. More than it should. You know, I want to have a little bit more of the roof here. But we could use half slabs rather than stairs. Maybe that would fix my troubles. But I don't have any tiles at hand, so let's get those. Do we have... Oh yes, a full stack. Awesome. Oh, and of course I have closed it up again. Yeah, bear with me. Maybe I fill it in with scaffolding, then it's maybe less irritating. Yes, that works. What am I doing? Maybe that tells me to use the mosaic instead. Even though that these should be full blocks technically. So let's do it the proper way. And then we have the tiles here. Yep, that works out much better. Of course we have to remove this again, because it's just the way it goes. That sheep back there always scares me. Alright. And then I think... yeah, well, that works. I'm happy with that. Then is the question how the corner works, because that might be a bit awkward. Maybe just have to do this now. Yes, we have another stack in hand. That is good. And wrap the seating. Oh, the seating? The roof all the way over there. That might take a little while, but it's fine. We have to do it eventually. I mean, technically we're only 90 minutes in the stream. Progress isn't as slow as it feels to me, so this is good. But it will be exciting once the exterior is finished and I can start doing the interior. I'm very excited for that. It will be based around the Minecraft game. We'll have the different dimension, the nether, the end, the overworld, also an underwater room, and we will have different items we collected there on display, stuff like that. And then also some special rooms, but I'm not gonna talk too much about them as of yet. Especially as some of those rooms might also not be furnished up immediately, but rather later on in my channel's career or this series. It's not everything, as everything has its time, you know? And for some things, the time has not yet come. And slowly but surely I'm getting used to this new keyboard. At least I think I do. But I also have to remember, pressing the wrong buttons is always something I did. So I can't just blame it on the keyboard. Should we jump down to get those stuff? I think we should. Because that's quite a lot. Good. Maybe collect all the awkward scaffolding. That doesn't really has a purpose. And collect this so we don't have to craft a new one. As I always do. Good. For this we should use stairs then, and we are we really short of one? This is not good. Then again we also need a couple more here. So I guess it's fine. Ouch. And the Enderman still there. What have we called that Enderman? Have I even called it? I think I have called it a name in a clip I have recorded but not yet published. So I probably shouldn't spoil the name that I have forgotten anyways. So it's fine. I really just can't remember what the Enderman's name was. Alright. Okay, maybe just... let's make 3 more. Just so we have some spares. And also get our hunger and hearts back up. Not all pans are pretty low. The helmet is not because it has mending, but then again we did not get any XP. So maybe I'm not taking as much damage as I think I do. So here we need a stair. And because we can see those, we should maybe place full wooden blocks here. Yeah, I guess so. And then we are... oh, this will not be enough. Back into bamboo placing. Maybe I should this time start with the mosaic patches and then just fill in the rest. That might be a bit more straightforward to do than placing both at the same time. Texturing is just a pain, it's just what it is. But then again, you can't really place it all that well on its own. Yeah, as I was saying, texturing is a pain. And it's getting dark very quickly. But then again, we can use that moment to craft more stairs, as we will need many more. Maybe let's keep some of the blocks. Yeah, that seems about right. Good. I once again have kinda put that scaffolding in an awkward location. What was that? Screen froze. It shouldn't have happened. Oh well. Even the new computer isn't perfect, I suppose. But it's allowed not to be perfect. Alright. Don't fall off, Tony. Not again. Oh, that's mosaic, so probably I should continue it then. Some here and a little bit there. Maybe not upside down. Because it's not an Australian roof, is it? Why is it freezing constantly? That's not good. I have to keep an eye on that. Is my memory... Right, I forgot to put it back up again, but then again... Memory looks fine. Currently I have 4 gigabytes for it allocated, but maybe I put it back to 8. Even though 4 should be for vanilla Minecraft more than enough. But I have no clue why it's freezing. I just hope that the livestream doesn't freeze any more than what I'm seeing here. Because that's what happened with my last livestream, which was still on my old PC. That the intro section was horrible because the world was still rendering in. For me the game was looking smooth, but not so much on the YouTube end. My welcoming words were even cut off entirely, which is not good. But that should not happen anymore with this PC, because rendering in the world is so blazingly fast, it's unbelievable. At least for someone who had to work with a potato for a couple of years. As what I'm doing with the most of my time is really modeling in Blender. And modeling itself isn't that bad, but rendering is just painful if you have a bad PC. But also modeling if the scenes get rather complicated and detailed. Because what I do is not low poly, it's rather very high poly. Okay, now we are at this awkward intersection. Yeah, this is really that's a challenge. So I guess let's start off with some more stairs. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Huh. We can just drag this down and around. That might be the cleanest option. I'm not sure if I like that. But let's get some more stairs anyway. Oh, the stone cutter. I took it with me, I forgot. But where have I put the stone cutter? Must be somewhere. Oh, here it is. Never mind. 32 of those. And how do I get up now? Probably this way. Oh, but I like this balcony. Okay, what to do with that? Yeah, it is rather awkward. If we put stairs in, that would make at least this a bit cleaner. Okay, I have to think for a moment about that. Or maybe we just shouldn't curve that in, but have that as a triangle. I think that's what we are doing. Because this intersection is just... I don't think I will be able to fix it. So... that one has to go... Then I think we're good. And more strip pale oak. Should we also get rid of this then? We definitely need to extend this by 2 rows. Let's not fall down. Let's just get the outer edge complete. So it gives us a good idea what we're working with. That is the top row. Do I have any full blocks? Yes. Not many, but enough. That's all that matters, really. any more? No, I don't. Alright, but that should be enough to see if we like it or not. Oh yes, that works. Should we extend the pillar? In a way it gets cramped if we do, but it looks kind of odd if we don't. But we definitely should remove the roof section, and we have also to remove that curvature. Huh. That will be a bit awkward. No, I think that will work out fine. Okay, I need to get up there. Doing that from the ground is painful. Also, then I can see what I need to replace. Because this needs to become a proper... Can I place that from here? Well, let's do that. Works fine, I suppose. Good. Nope. The inventory. Okay, at least that did place correctly. How I wanted it to. And can we crawl in there? Yes, we can. Good. How do we get now over there? Not at all. Okay, it is awkward. Doesn't matter how you go about it. And it's getting nighttime again, doesn't it? Or isn't it? If days would only be twice as long, it would solve so many issues. Then again, we have to get a bit more payload anyway. So let's use that opportunity. And by the way, I don't know if it ever happened to you, but if you sprint before sleeping and if you're fast enough, it can happen that you fall out of bed during the sleep animation. You still sleep technically, but you're just laying outside of your bed, which is probably uncomfortable. But it can happen. Alright, maybe I should also gather some scaffolding because we don't need that anymore. That probably will also make life a bit easier. Good, we need 2 stairs here and need to get rid of those. And then it's also not as cluttered anymore. Which is what my main concern was. Can we reach? Yep. Good. Yeah, then that corner needs to go. Is it just that one? I think it is. Oh, and my inventory is a mess. Okay, how do we deal with that? Don't think I can deal with that. How are there? Oh, that's for the foundation. Right. Maybe we should just place it down again. We need more of that anyway. Okay, we need 2 more of this and 2 more walls also. Actually, I don't more than that. We need to fill in the copper and we need a bit of dirt. 3 pieces of dirt, okay. Maybe just get this. No. Gosh. Tony, focus. what you're doing. Okay, 2 more walls, 2 more bricks. We maybe even have those pre-cut. 2 more walls, 2 more bricks, and we can now get rid of the torches. What was that? We can also get rid of this. Yeah, but let's keep the rest. That's also... I don't use the water bucket anyway, even though it might be useful. How's our elytra? It's good. Oh, I have forgotten about those. Alright. And is there any way to get up there? Well, let's use some trusty scaffolding again. To fill in this corner, and yeah, let's use those. Ha! I'll learn it eventually. And these now we can get rid of. Okay, that's awkward. How can I... Right, here we go. Okay, another one here. Good. Alright, let's have a look at it. Yeah, if we fix up... What on earth is going on? If we fix it up, it might be okay. And also, I just get rid of this window here. Okay, these have to go. And that would be awkward to get to there. And here we should be able to reach it. Good. And then there was also nonsense on this side. Also, this block shouldn't be there. Can we reach in there? Should be able to. Oop. Nope. We stripped the wrong block. That's fine. Okay. Then what am I doing? Well, that should be... It still looks kind of messy. Maybe we exchange that horizontal line with something else. But let's fix all the missing corners we still have everywhere. Oh yeah, it's still mayhem up here. Okay, maybe some mosaic for this corner. Oh yeah, we're almost done with that part. There are still 27 more parts of this build to be done. What is wrong with my placing? Okay, the top is clean. Then let's fill in that. And then we still have to deal with that edge. That might work. Not too sure. Maybe just like that, or maybe just sharp. I think that might be a location where we have to leave it sharp. Yeah. I think that... What to place in there? Just a stair? Guess just a stair, but otherwise... That looks fine. I mean, that's the backside after all. Doesn't need to be too pretty. Just needs to work. Oh, I see what I've done here. Does that visually work? I mean, that's the logical... it looks odd. I mean, the other option would be a full block. That will probably look odd as well. Yeah, but I think that's better. Makes it a bit less busy. Okay. Then I think we are done with that wing for now, and I should continue the roofline over there. And probably already work on an access. Something like that. Even though we won't have a terrace on this side. So here won't be a doorway in the final build, but there can be one for now. And it's getting nighttime again, seriously. It feels like the days are only 5 minutes long. Sometimes I feel rebellious and just think about working the night through, but I don't want to have fight mobs half of the day. Okay, how do we get out? I don't have any scaffolding here. Oh, it gets dark quickly. Maybe eventually I should even not sleep to get more phantoms to spawn, to have some phantom membrane to repair my elytra eventually. But not for this livestream, not for this time lapse. Yeah, this lighting glitch we will fix with the interior, it's fine. Yeah, but I like this balcony, it works out quite nicely. Maybe while we're at it also fill in this floor. Just to make our life a little bit easier. If we have a small circular stairwell, that might even work out. Because after all, 7 blocks isn't that tiny. There is enough real estate in here. Oh, a skeleton has already spawned. Good, good. And here I was just using half slabs. Should we continue that? Yeah, I guess that makes sense here. Probably. More scaffolding. These also shouldn't be here. At least half slabs are a bit easier to place. Oh, but I don't have a lot of bamboo left. But it's fine, I'm sure. Looks a bit odd. I've changed my monitor settings. Everything's a bit more brighter now. Especially bright blocks look a little bit too bright. Maybe it's just what I'm used to. But it looks good. I like the color. As if you would be able to tell the difference on your monitor what I've changed on mine. Alright, more mosaic. Let's make a full stack. Why not? And more half slabs of both varieties. We still have 40 mosaic. Yeah, that should be enough for now. That's mosaic. So let's draw it out a little further, maybe to until here. And these should be full blocks. God, what was that? Here we go. Okay, then regular blocks. I do have more mosaic, yes. I'm not running out, that is good. And we can combine those stacks just to get our inventory a bit more organized. So it's not quite as chaotic. Should we maybe get some mosaic in this corner? Where is the middle of that party? These are half slabs, so can I not reach? Here we go. Maybe also eat. Don't need a shovel in our hotbar, do we? These are half slabs, so yeah, we have an even middle. Is that good? I mean, I don't think I really can change it. Yeah, I think we can work with that. Alright, then just fill it in. Just get it over with. Don't think I want to do anything fancy on this roof, because the whole build is also shouldn't look too cluttered when it's done. Because it's a very easy thing to do with decorating or putting in little structures, to just overdo it. I think I will double up those slabs from underneath, but that is something I can do later or off stream. because you're not able to see that from the outside. Oh, and that is also awkward, how that intersects. What are we gonna do about that? I'm not sure. Is it texturing? It's weird in some places. Maybe I have to come back and fix up some things. Because I'm pretty sure when I look at the build in my replay file, I will discover many areas that don't look quite right. But it's okay. There was also a lot of tweaking with this build. These are all of the slabs. Fine. Where's the closest crafting table? I guess it's in the tower, isn't it? It sure is. It sure is. We're also running low on bamboo in general. So that is not good. Okay, some mosaic there. Regular blocks here. Oh, I was short one slab. It's always awkward. There's some mosaic we can pull in. And then we have just about enough. Well, at least for this side. There's still a lot more to be done on that side. Do I have tiles on me? I do. That should be more than enough. We can... maybe let's... I know it's kind of a waste, but then we can at least get those awkward blocks out of the inventory. Which is good for sanity. Do I have any stairs? Ugh, 17. Crafting... can't really reach it from here, can we? Yeah. Yeah. Good. Well, that was not very efficient. But it was a start, I suppose. Oh, and there's a zombie because it's all pitch black down there. But maybe we should try the looting sword on this guy. Yep, and we got, oh, 2 pieces. And they're pretty full. That is good. Looting is a powerful enchantment, I tell you that much. Maybe get rid of the shovel, I don't need it currently. And the torches are... where are my torches? Here we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on the night again. Because you know that I'm annoyed about the day-night cycle. But we still can get more bamboo. At least we have enough of it. So that is something. Okay, but then we have to sprint to the bed. Okay, where was I? Probably somewhere up there. I guess this tower will only be accessible through that tower, because of its placement. But I guess that's kind of a fun thing anyways. Okay, how to... Huh. Alright, then we need a full block there. And half slabs there. Why is my hunger already so low again? I really should get some feather falling. Might be useful. Not that it saves you so often from death, it's just convenient if you're not constantly taking damage while building. Oh. How do we merge these two roof sections? Because that is also quite challenging. I've completely forgotten to include any mosaic here. That is not good. I mean, so far so good. And that's where things start to become challenging. Maybe let's get rid of this first. Should we just... The issue is that section here, but maybe we just... We'll just start from this side and see how it works out. We'll just wing the roof. I'm sure we will figure it out eventually. That's the problem when you have interesting roof shapes. That things get awkward pretty easily. Do we need tiles here? Or mosaic? Nope, just regular bamboo. Do we have more? No? Already out again? Oh, come on. Also running low here, don't we? But it should be enough for this build. Fingers crossed. Because if I have to do bamboo farming, then we definitely need a third stream. As that takes time. Okay, how do we get up there? Is that bright enough? Yeah, let's hope not any more mobs will spawn down here. It's just so easy to build unintended mob spawners. Okay, these are full blocks, yes. Then we need some mosaic here, maybe also back there. Maybe I should get that off from my offhand. Out of my offhand, maybe. Sounds better. Okay, so far so good. Then here comes a challenging bit. That is the most upper top. Yeah, we just wrap it around like that. It might work. Just hope it will. So we will have a slab there, a full block there. Yeah. Do I have not? Here we go. And then back again with full stairs, probably. I think that should work. Maybe let's get some mosaic in this corner. Okay, fill in the rest and then we will have a look at it. Fingers crossed it looks alright. Oh, we of course have to add more stairs. Not like that, Tony. Alright, and these are full blocks, full blocks. Is that... I think it works. I hope it does. Ouch. Let's climb all the way up there. We haven't been up here since the start of the stream, so maybe that's good. After all... Oh yeah, I think that works. That is pretty tidy, pretty clean. Also like the tower placement. Especially with those three being smaller ones and that one. Should we make it into a clock tower? I'm not sure if it would be too ominous. But it would fit as it's kind of the main one. And I think the towers are the next thing we have to focus on. As all the walls are in place, but maybe we should... The walls are in place, but certainly not the floors. Yeah. Oh, and it's pretty dark in this corner. Okay, get some more torches. Don't want any mobs to spawn. Have I changed? Is it just lagging again or have I changed mouse settings? Not sure. Have you encountered any lag spikes? I hope not. Okay, it's also pretty tall from inside here. That is good. I mean, it will be a little bit smaller once we put in a proper ceiling, because that's a mess currently. The question is, should we even worry about the inside flooring right now, because you will not be able to see that in a time lapse. So I might just not, and rather just pay attention to the towers now. Because I think the ceiling is done from the outside. And maybe do the inside flooring at the end of the stream if we still have time. Oh, that roofed section is still something I have to do. And we have to look at that glass dome. Oh yes, and this roof section is also something I'm not happy with, because I have... What actually have I done here? Not what I should have done. Alright. More roofs to be done, I suppose. Also should fix up the inside here. There's always more work to be done. But then again, we are 2 hours into the live stream. For that, I think we're making good progress. Okay, these are mosaic. Yeah, and I know it's getting nighttime again. I just have been ignoring it. But I probably shouldn't. And now probably my bed at home is now closer. So let's go inside where it's cozy and warm. Wonderful. Haven't been here in a long time. Hi guys, how's it going? Oh no, I still have enough food. Food break. Oh, there's a zombie burning up. I mean, it's kinda large. Is it too large? I think if we do a little bit terrain work outside, it will be fine. Now currently it's still plopped into the vanilla terrain and that always looks a bit odd. But that won't stay that way, of course. And yeah, these are half slabs. You should be able to place scaffolding on top of half slabs, but yeah, you can't. I was a bit too ambitious with that scaffolding, wasn't I? Okay, one row more. One day more. For some musical references. No, the other side. The other direction. And we have to double that up. Because we have an uneven number here. Which I know is scary. But you can't have... Once again, the mouse was lagging. Huh. I have to investigate that, because it's surely not lack of performance on the hardware part. Must be something else that's wrong. Okay, we need half slabs here. No, maybe just one and then mosaic again and then regular stuff. Okay, we should get rid of this inside stuff. Guess that is centered. Good. Alright, yeah. That's an easy thing. An easy corner to match. Not sure why I wasn't able to do it last stream. But now I certainly am. Good. Then I guess these end segments are fine. But this is something we need to address. Maybe if we pull that line through as half slabs, so the glass sticks out a little bit and just have it sloping. It might work out. I'll just have to try it. I mean, then this top is a little bit awkward, if I'm honest. We'll just leave it for now, fix the other side and see from up above how it looks. Okay, mosaic or just... no, regular bamboo. Maybe some mosaic here. And here 2 half slabs. Okay, let's see how that looks, if we like it or not. It is interesting. But I think it strangely works. I mean, in a way I just would prefer to pull the roof through. But we just have then an awkward intersection with a glass dome, and I don't think that would be particularly pretty from the inside. Which is what I'm most concerned about. Because realistically speaking, you won't see this building very often from this perspective. But you will see it from the inside. From the Hall of Glory. And already the walls look a little bit messy. Should we get rid of those pillars? I mean, they make it symmetrical. No, I think I want to leave them in place. Could a beam fix this? Or should we extend the glass? Would that help? Yeah, that's a bit of an awkward section. Maybe let's get some dark oak stairs for the inside, for the borders. Have I crafted any? Get out with that rotten flesh, please. We make 2 more, then it's completely even. Those zombies, I'm telling you. Ideally, I wouldn't see any bamboo from the inside. I don't think that's possible, but that would be the dream. Maybe we can get rid of those corners and then line it with dark oak. That will fix some of our issues. Not like that. Okay, it's the keyboard again. I'm still not fully used to the key position. Oh, come on. Okay, that was my own fault. Can't blame everything on the keyboard. Okay, that certainly helps. I can't get rid of this block. But I can cover it. Thing is, I don't really want to cover the glass though. But I think that works. We should, of course, turn also this into a corner. Oh, come on, Tony. Let's focus. Yeah, let's... Maybe we should get rid of this segment. It just makes it... It makes it a little bit more cluttered than it has to be. Then that becomes a little bit easier. We of course also have to get rid of this pillar then. And what the hell? And then this needs to be a corner again, I'm pretty sure. No, the final one underneath the glass needs to be a corner. Is that not some... What have I done here? Let's just go with the flow. Or just do we do that a little bit different on the back side? I mean, we could. Does that need... Yeah, that needs to stay unless we put trapdoors on the outside. We could do that. These can be all removed. Perfect. That's already... Oh no, that's the wrong pillar. Oh, and it's getting nighttime again. Alright, we need more stairs anyway, and also... I mean, I still have some payload. That is good. Why did the music suddenly get quiet? Oh, that's again. I think I have it on infinite loop, so it shouldn't run out. Oh, and our bed is all the way back there. Maybe I just go bank into my tiny cabin. You know, that's the thing with quaint little bedrooms that are upstairs. They are lovely in concept. Oh, we have glowberries. But because it's difficult to get to them, you just usually don't do it. And you don't sleep at home. You just sleep outside in the open with a bed you have in your inventory. Just because it's more convenient. That's just how the human brain works, I suppose. Alright, then we also have to fix up that stair here. Okay, that already looks much better than it did before. And then... Oh, we can't get rid of this at all. Yeah, that's awkward. But what if we do? What if we are just resisting? If we are just rebellious and say we do get rid of it? Surely we can fix it from up above. Yeah, no one will notice. Fine. As I've said, the interior is more important on this one. Then we can get rid of those pillars. But we need to get rid of those fences then. And also we have to exchange out that, but we can do that. Okay, 2 blocks here. More of that pale goodness to those sides. I like the pale oak. When I first saw it, I was a little bit worried about the reddish tint it has to it, but it's not as obnoxious as I thought it would be. But rather gives it a bit of character. Oh yeah, I mean we have to replace those because that's very awkward. These are full blocks, right? Don't think I have any corresponding blocks. Nope. Fine, down again. I think I need 4. Let's get only 4. I don't have any. Sure, I must have had some left over. Huh. Apparently not. Okay, trapdoors, right. Also should put those in. Let's see if I have those. I should have 4. How many do I need? 10? Yep, so 6 more. Yeah, but something's not quite right with my mouse. It's a wireless mouse, maybe that's the issue, but then again I have been using it with my old PC for a long time and didn't have any issues there. So not sure why the new PC has troubles with it. But maybe I should... maybe it's a driver issue. Because I haven't installed the proper driver from the manufacturer yet. Which I have to do so I can also utilize the additional buttons I have. Which are very handy. How can I... Here we go. Because I'm not also buying a new mouse now. I have spent enough money on this, on my new PC setup, I'm telling you. Alright. What about those actually? Can we... because that's a bit awkward. These are full blocks. If we cover that... I mean, that is a tower that has to be closed in anyway. Not sure why that's still open to the floor. What to use there? Maybe that material... or... my favorite sealing material of all. Turf. Oh, my stone cutters know all the way where I'm not. Maybe let's also get the bed at the same time. If I have the inventories. Never mind. Let's just get the stone cutter. Also, these shouldn't be here. Ah, that's where the leftover blocks went. I was wondering where they were. Good. Place a stone cutter, get some baked potatoes. So my favorite sealing material. It's those chisel blocks. I just love their texture. Okay, 13 is probably a very awkward number, because what we need is either 12 or 14 or 16, but not 13. Oh well. And that... is that a half slab? Oh yeah. Okay, let's fill it in with a full slab. Because I don't like to have any holes in my builds. Even though it doesn't really matter, I just don't like the thought of it. Then maybe let's make 7 more. I mean, I should just count, but it's too much effort. Okay, does this transition work? No. I think we should get rid of those. Put something else in here. Need a little bit of a division. Probably not that though. Maybe just mirror this. Oh, that's also an even number. I totally forgot. There are so many even numbers in this build. It's scary. Should we plot? Oh no, that doesn't work. Then we'll do a full block, it's fine. We need just one more. Do you hear that? There's a drowned throwing tridents. There must be a water pool underneath here, because I have heard that sound more often. It always scares me. What? Okay, that is awkward because it should be... It shouldn't be here, but... Ugh. Could you be quiet, you drowned dude? I'm trying to think. It looks fine from the inside, but not from the outside. Maybe that wasn't supposed to happen. Maybe let's put those back in for now. And worry about that first. Oh, then we need to get rid of these. Then maybe just some half slabs there. I mean, sadly there are no half slabs of those chiseled blocks. Where's my stone cutter? But there are tough half slabs nonetheless. Okay, clean up my inventory first. Because I can't work like that. We don't need the copper. We don't need the fences. We don't need the smooth stone at the moment. And yes, I will now get the bed. Because it is annoying to have to constantly run around when nighttime falls. Oh, the copper's pretty much all oxidized by now. That is good. But I probably shouldn't clean it up until I'm done with the time lapse, otherwise that will look quite awkward if suddenly the copper disappears. Won't it? Tough half slabs, yeah, I remember. Well, sometimes my short-term memory can be a challenge. Okay, I think we'll get just the polished variant. Yeah, I think the bricks will be too busy. Oh, it mirrors the ground. Not sure if that is good. I'm also not... No, I'm not sold on it. I do think the tough has to go. I love the texture, but here it just doesn't work. Maybe just use dark oak? I kinda don't want to use it here because it's still an outside area, kind of. But maybe it's just our best bet. Yeah, it probably is. We can then also raise the roof a little bit. But do we have any more? Don't tell me that was all our dark oak. No, we still have a bit more. God. Very good. So we need a few half slabs then. Let's put down the crafting. I've just put the crafting bench away. Yeah, it's just how it goes. Oh, and it's raining again. Hasn't happened before today, has it? Okay, let's start with half slabs here and then full blocks there. Or if we start with half slabs, not up there. If we start with halves, also not there. If we start with half slabs here, then maybe full blocks to this side. Oh, we have it as 2-2-1. I think that looks good. Maybe let's not change it. It's not getting nighttime yet, is it? One, two, three. And... ha, that is once again awkward. We could just put a stair in here and hope no one will ever notice that this is an awkward transition. It's probably fine, right? Need more half slabs. Alright, just about enough. And then, should we just turn those into half slabs? And then remove those corners so it's a bit more, not quite as sudden, the transition. Oh yeah, yeah, maybe here's some stairs. Oh yes, I love that. But then again, I would prefer that to be even... I mean, we can remove those. It wouldn't be visible from the outside. But I'm not sure if that's... no. Maybe we'll use some trapdoors. Then we can still get that height difference. Even though, does the texture work? Because dark oak has... I mean, the texture is nice. But it doesn't work in every context. Yeah. Yeah, I think it looks better without it. Maybe if we turn those into stairs, maybe that would fix it. Okay, I can't get it off my offhand because my inventory is full. Yeah, I can't do that on both sides. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just leave it like that for now. We can always change it later. So then... oh, yep, those pillars need to go. Also, that needs to go then. Cleaning up the underground space. Okay, that hallway is supposed to be 3 blocks wide. Yeah, 2 would be a little bit too cramped. 4 would be too wide. 3 is a good number. Probably should also cap it off somehow. Maybe with slabs. Let's just make another crafting table for in here. It's fine. And not just have already 1,000 scattered around. Oh, that's one too far. No, that's not it. We might just want to have it like that. Yeah, I mean, that does work. Not everything has to be fancy. But I need to clean up my inventory. Now I wouldn't actually be mind if nighttime came, as that would at least clear off the rain. Alright, maybe let's also clean this up while we're at it. Alright. Oh. Oh, there's a hole in the ground, I remember. Yeah, I still have to fix that staircase. Or is it a staircase? Just a small climb in the back. But I kinda like it to have it kinda crop out on the top. Don't have the necessary resources at hand. Let's see what we can do about that. Polished andesite. We have to craft more, but that's easy done. Oh, we actually have 16 slabs, that's enough. Now, currently it's like that. Maybe just remove that entirely? Maybe just going straight 4 blocks wide and then coming out towards the front. Not a whole lot, just a tiny bit. And for that I maybe should be using half slabs because of the Vanilla Tweaks resource pack. It gives you this lovely double half slab texture, which really should be in the base game. I only need 2 more, so let's use the half stone cutter instead. Because that's quite a good look. Alright. Okay, now I'm not too sure about it. Now seeing it is a bit much. Maybe if we curve it. Yeah, of course, fill that in. That looks better. I would want to pull it out, but that would maybe... Would that be too much in the place? Too much in the way? Oh yeah, I can't really see my first slot, as that's where the microphone arm is. I see the issue. No. No, I don't like that. Should we push it back instead? While keeping it curved. Why do I have half slabs here now? Oh, and also these should be half slabs, of course. We want to be consistent. Can we... No, also doesn't work. Maybe we have to come back to this. Maybe that's the best. And we would need some kind of a wall up there. Let me figure out that. I always think I still have the stone cutter out there, but nope, I don't. Yeah, there are no polished andesite walls, which is a bit of a bummer. The regular andesite texture is just a bit too rough. I mean, there are walls in this variety. But I don't think I will like that. Oh, I can't, yeah. There are half slabs. Alright, no walls after all. Huh. Or maybe we should just get rid of it and have the stairs go all the way. Be simply less awkward about... Oh, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. I think we will remain with a 4 wide staircase. It just looks the most proper. We can't just be plain about it. No, but that looks better. Yeah, maybe that's just what we have to work with. Maybe I just leave it for now. Once we do the proper interior, we might change it. But I guess for now it just works. Good, then we still have to fix up that. What you can see through the glass. Maybe also I want to push down the bamboo even further. Because this is supposed to look clean and it currently just doesn't. Otherwise, I think the inside looks rather clean, except for that, of course. Alright, then let's try to fix that. How could we do that? I mean, we could continue the polished dark slate, deep slate theme. That might be something. Do I have anything appropriate on me? No. I even have some pre-made. Lovely. But we will probably need more. Oh, there goes the mouse again. And maybe on the edges we want to use some stairs? No, thinking about it. No. The slabs work. Then of course we have to cut that back. Oh no, that's actually correct. We need some full blocks there, some mosaic here and some regular bamboo there. And we are running very low. One row of slabs. Yeah, that one needs to go. Maybe just fill it in with mosaic entirely. And then also the tippity top is a little bit lowered, which I think is a good thing. That needs to be a full block, yeah. Yeah, let's have a look if we like that or not. And also... This is awkward. What if we fill it... What if we remove this bamboo section entirely? It might make things a bit cleaner. Oh yes. I think that's a good call. Okay, you see it's a much better looking from the inside now than this nonsense. Let's look at it from above. I mean, now it's... You see that it looks kind of like a note. Not sure if we should that's change to a straight line or if we should leave it like that. I will leave it for now. Doesn't need to be perfect, we can change it always later on. And I'm pretty sure it will be as always that the actual build will look different than it does in the time-lapse. Because I always find something to change afterwards. Okay, where is a sensible place to put scaffolding? Maybe in the corner. Oh, and I maybe should get the materials I need first. That would make life a bit easier. Okay, well, I don't need that right now. Don't need that either. I need more of those. Certainly need more of these. Oh, it's getting nighttime again. Need more of those also. How many do I actually need? And these... Okay, something really is wrong with my mouse. I have to investigate that. Because that is annoying. If it just jumps all over the place. Yeah, but probably new drivers will fix it. I hope it does. Because I'm not really a technical guy. I was just so happy when I first turned the new PC on after I built it, that it just worked. And I don't have to do any bug tracking or troubleshooting. Alright. Let's get those slabs. Nope, don't double them up. But also those have that lovely double slab texture if you double them up. And I have too few. How have I made too few? Yep, use the scaffolding and fall over it. Like an expert would do. I guess we just need 2 more. So I'm only gonna make 2 more. Okay, yeah, then we only need to fix this, but that should be easy to do. There's some mosaic, but maybe let's do mainly just regular bamboo. Oh, am I out now? No, I still have a full stack more. Good. And then finish that up. Okay, good. Then we can turn our attention to this tower thingy. But before we do that, I should get some torches. Because otherwise that will be our next mob farm. Or maybe I should slap it up, because it is not an interior I will use. I can say that much. Because as you can see, there is barely any interior. So maybe just do that. And now I'm effectively trapped. Okay, how tall is this thing supposed to be? How is it even supposed to look like? Is the question. Or should that be a clock tower? Maybe that would be more fitting. To have that a clock tower and that just a regular one. But then again, it's kinda... Nah, I don't think that will work as a clock tower. It's a bit too small. Okay, height-wise. The dome, it's one further up so far. Maybe let's add 7 more. So it's 8 above the dome and see how that looks. Okay, I don't think it should get too much taller. Maybe that's already where we should start filling in the roof. Yeah, definitely don't do that any taller. Should we use also tiles for that roof? I do think we should. But we might need more. Okay, how do I get up there the proper way? Don't think there is a proper way. So, yeah. Scaffolding will be useful here. That is for sure. And we might even bring it a little bit down. Maybe 2 blocks, 6, 5. That makes sense. Doing some math in my head. Don't worry if it doesn't make any sense to you. It wouldn't be too out of character for me to sound like a maniac. So don't worry. Let's wrap it a little bit around so we can see what we're doing. Can we? No, just flew through it. Even though we don't even have to go up. Is that a good height? I feel it's a bit too similar to the section down below. I think we should make it shorter still. Yep, definitely shorter. Let's try 2 blocks shorter. Oh, there's an Enderman in my build. How I love that. Because they take so good care of the landscape. And I'm in here again. You know what? We'll just do it that way. It's fine. Okay, 2 of this one and 2 of this pillar. Then the stairs need to go here. And that maybe will look alright. After all, the roof on this one will be kinda huge, or kinda pointy rather. Not actually huge, but pointy. So it will gain some height through that. Oh yes, I think that looks much... Are these the... Is this a kettle making that sound? Maybe even 2 more blocks. Or is that a good height? Try to imagine the roof. Yeah, I think I will go a little bit further down still. Not everything always needs to be enormous. If we go 1, 2... Yeah, I think that just about... Yeah, that would work still. That would not be too shallow. Because it needs to be raised somewhat above the glass dome. My pinky certainly will need some stretching after this live stream. Because there's a lot of shifting going on. You could say a painful amount of shifting. No pun intended. Pun fully intended. But, you know, one cannot admit that. Is it getting nighttime again? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's what we're going with. Then comes the tricky bit. I think I nailed this roof and we just have to copy that. Because that roof wasn't easy to do. If you look at the shapes, I mean, you can't really see it because it's all the same material. Where actually is my spyglass? Oh, there it is. Never mind. Food break. Very important. Good, good. Oh yeah, we have to cut on them. One more. Good. That needs to be filled in, of course. If that stuff despawns, it despawns. I'm not gonna go down now. Well, I guess I am because I'm running out of pale oak. Oh, gosh darn it. I'm stuck in that nasty hole again. I mean, we still have plenty of payload. Yeah. So we are not running out of that anytime soon. Okay, maybe I'll just use some scaffolding here. That might be a good call. Put that in the offhand again, because that never caused any issues before, right? And continue all the way around. Now this first step of any roof is easy. The most outer row. It's everything beyond that gets tricky. But then again, the first row is the most painful one. Because of the shifting. But the thing is, if we don't light it up and just have it slapped, will it still generate cave sounds? If it does, I'm not sure if I really want that. Okay. What exactly have I done there? First of all, we just have... Yeah, of course I have not gotten any full blocks. Which is something important here. Have I any? No, I haven't pre-made any. Tiles. We also need... Let's maybe craft some more stairs. We will probably need them. Oh, and for the tippity top we need some fences, some walls rather, and also some iron bars. I think I should get some while we are at it. Do I have still iron smelt? Oh. I'm such a derp, I have it in my ender chest. No, I'm somewhat rich. I mean, not really, but enough to thrive. Good. Stomach is full. Let's tackle that roof. Will those blocks be enough? Somehow I doubt it. I mean, it doesn't need to be too tall. Here we have 1, 2, 3 blocks. And it's 5 wide. I think we also need to go with 4. Or with 3. And then we can use the stairs. What have I done now? That was not the escape key. It's something different. And then for the next... Well, 3 again, because we still have the stair. So technically it's just 2 then. And then we would wrap it in. Yeah, I think that... Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. But we need a lot more blocks. Oh dear. Oh dear, I don't think I have too much more in my... I might have more on the storage boat. Yep, let's look there instead of the basement. Haven't I taken all of it from the basement already? I think I have, maybe except for one stack. Oh dear, I might have to do some mining. Yeah, that also isn't looking too good, is it? Maybe we have some... Yeah, it's pathetic, but it's at least something. Can we turn those? Do I have a stone cutter down here? Do I not have a stone cutter down here? That is a crime. Can we turn the cobbled deep slate? Do I have a stone cutter up here? Also not? Are you kidding me? Can we turn those cobbled deep slate stairs into tiled deep slate stairs? Well, that is a big question. We might be able to do that, but I'm not sure. Moment of truth? No, but you cannot. Well, it makes kind of sense, I suppose, but... Oh well. Oh well. So, I should probably be a bit conservant. So I don't have too much in general. Yes, I should craft some walls. Is there even a tiled wall? Yes. With deep slate there's just so many variants that it's sometimes difficult to keep track of which type has which variants and which doesn't. That should be also slap that up probably. Maybe slap it up completely so we don't fall as far if we should decide to fall down. I mean, it's usually not really a choice, but you know. Oh. You see what we have done about the corner there? Because that doesn't really work. Huh. So we probably should use walls here. Now that's the point where it starts to get messy. Maybe let's remove all that again then. Otherwise that will just hurt my brain. Leave one there. Is it one? Yes. And then... Of course you can't jump. One stair! What was that? So then a third row. And then stairs. And then we need 3. 1, 2, 3, and then probably just stairs again. Ooh, I'm not sure, but that could work out because we will have more behind it. I think we just have to trust the process. Because currently it doesn't look like too much. Oh, and I need more walls, but I can just craft them up here. Oh, and there jumps my mouse again. Yeah, I know, I have mentioned it quite frequently today and I will mention it more often. But something wrong with my mouse. Let's hope I will be able to fix that for next stream. Because it just drives me insane. Okay, those in the... Oh, that's already too high. Those in the... That's just a campfire, not a burning zombie. Good, I suppose. That, by the way, is still the original campfire when we landed here. I think I have moved it a couple of blocks, but... You know, in the lore, it's still the original campfire. And it will always stay there. Because of lore. Just how it is. I don't make the rules, just how it is. Should we add another wall, maybe? That cow surely escaped from my pen. Because there are no natural cows on this island. I'm very certain about that. Alright, more stairs? Stairs. And more stairs to top it off. And here more stairs. 1, 2. Are you kidding me? Okay, we can craft those easily. Can we? Yes. Oh god, I was worried there for a moment. That we would have just wasted that stack. Okay. And then we have to go back in. To fill those corners. Question is, how much do we have to fill in? Let's see what we have done there. So 1 block more. And what then? Walls again? I mean, that's an uneven number, and that is an even number. We can't even really have a pointy top with iron bars. Oh dear. Oh dear, yeah, that's why you don't have an even numbered building. Learn from my mistakes. Guess maybe... No, I think another block here looks fine, and then just 1 or maybe a second wall on top. Yeah, let's try another wall. And that would turn into stairs. Nope, the other way around. I'm very curious to see how that looks from down below. Because I have little faith in what I'm doing right now. Oh, and I'm running out of pretty much everything. Which you know is never good. Alright, what am I supposed to do now? How is that supposed to make sense? Let's just put it there for now and see. If I like that or not. Uh-huh. Yeah, Uh-huh. I mean, ignore that tippity top there, that's just because it didn't have enough walls. Yeah, that needs some work. That definitely needs some work. And we need some windows here. Something. Okay, let's try to find more deep slate. If I cannot find any deep slate, then we hit a dead end with this one. Because I'm not gonna go do any mining on this stream. Then we can turn our attention to the other towers. Until we get to the roof part. Yep, that barrel is empty. And I'm not gonna pull the 40 out of the auto sorter. I'm not that desperate. 3. Great. Alright. Then we have to do something else. Maybe I just craft 3 more walls than to... Why is also here an Enderman? Gosh. Craft 3 more to just complete the tippity top of the roof. So that it doesn't look quite as nasty as it currently does. But maybe there will be another stream tomorrow. I mean, on Monday there will be the Stardew Valley stream. So it would make sense. Or we could have another Minecraft stream tomorrow. Would be a lot of streaming. For someone whose voice is still feeling the cold. But then again, why not? Why not? Especially as my video production is currently a little bit slow. Which I'm not too happy about, but then again, it's a start of the year, so I guess it's fine. So we can do more streaming instead. What have I done now? Yeah, let's just fill that in and remove this one. We could have done. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just gonna go down here. Yeah, let's look at it again. Maybe from... This time from up there. Yeah, okay, that looks very... It just tapers in too quickly, I think. Even though from up here it doesn't look quite as bad as from down below. Yeah, it is workable. Could be worse. Could be much worse. But thinking of it, maybe we should not pay our attention to the other towers. But rather... we will need those. We need the shovel now. Oh, it's getting... Where is my shovel? It's getting nighttime, of course it is. Where is my shovel? I'm driving myself insane. Most immediate task, find the shovel. It's not here. It's not here. It's certainly not in this box. Not gonna even open it. There it is. I'm just blind. Good. I'll need dirt. Is that just regular dirt? Good. And I guess we will look... Yeah, Enderman, you have been busy, I can see that. You could have at least have put it at a sensible spot. You know, deal with that nonsense. Fix up that yard, and also was thinking about having a basement poke out a little bit here. But maybe before we think about that, we will think about the floor and how, on which height we actually want it to be. So let's put an event marker here. So that could maybe a new shot for the time lapse. And place dirt, everyone's favorite activity. This is supposed to be a little... I'm not sure if the word Zen garden is the right description. But it's supposed to be a little garden type of thingy. Maybe with a pond in between, maybe just some fancy trees, maybe just some flower beds. But a relaxing, peaceful space that is open, but still closed in enough so that it's protected. And yeah, I was totally forgot about... I want to have an open but roofed section over here, but for that we need more tiles, which I don't have. So this is also not an option to do today. So I guess there will be one more live stream tomorrow. Okay, we certainly need at least one more layer. Yeah, a little pond could work. Do we have any tropical fish? I don't think we have, but maybe a wandering trader comes by soon and has some. But once again, the details like the garden, that is something that I will do. Probably not on stream, but in real time for the video. I mean, not in real time. Of course, heavily cut down in the video, but, you know, not as a time lapse. Why is it so dark over here? Probably I shouldn't fill in everything, but then again, I don't know how high I want that ground to be. So I just go layer by layer. Should we also tie in the outdoors with the interior? It would make sense, really. To have that not to be just a garden, but also part of the museum exhibition part of this community center. I think that would be good. Just not too sure how we could tie it in. As we already have an indoor and overworld room. Guess these trees have to go. Oh, I can hear Endermen everywhere. It's horrible. Okay, is that... No, we just get rid of all the trees. And then we're also already at our cave, which shows the awesome roller coaster we have built down there. I have to add more to this eventually. I certainly have not stopped working on that. I mean, the main lab is done, you know. It's totally functioning as a mining minecart. That makes no sense, but you know what I mean. We can just ride down there very quickly and don't have to walk. We can also cart back items, which goes then directly to our automated item sorter and storage system. It's lovely. And I'm quite proud about it, especially as I'm certainly no redstone or minecart expert by any means. You can bet that for things like the item sorter I have referred to a tutorial. But I'm happy it all works out together nicely. And yeah, all that stuff I have on my channel on videos. Alright, are we done with chopping now? I think this one has to go still. I hear you, Enderman. Don't get on my nerves, please. Is that all the dirt we had? It is. But we have plenty more. Well, speaking of plenty more, not here, but in the storage clipper we have more. I mean, dirt is something you don't run out so easily, do you? Actually, it's not even that much. Yeah, we have a lot of grass blocks because of Silk Touch. Not on this shovel, actually. That's just fortunate. True, I remember very early on in this series. True, when I filled in this mount, because that actually is hollow underneath. That was fairly shallow to begin with, and I'd done that in episode 2, I believe. 2 or 3. And at that point I didn't have much dirt at all, and I was constantly running back into the cave, so a lot of the dirt here is genuine cave dirt. Not that it is any different than regular dirt, but it just sounds fancy. Alright, let's fill in this hole. Maybe just one more layer and then we're good. Oh, there's a sizable mushroom patch. Yeah, I was thinking about not falling in. This is awkward now. You know, I don't want to change the terrain around here because this is quite a significant plot. Yeah, once upon a time this was all deep dark forest. It's not anymore. All cultivated area. Good, good. Oh gosh, it's getting late. Just realizing, true, because I was half an hour late to the stream. It is half an hour later than it should be. Alright, I think we should, yeah, raise it at least one more layer. Should we move those then? Just for consistency's sake. No, that's a waste of time, but just bear with me being particular about those things. About blocks you can't even see. How much? Okay, we still have a couple more stacks. And that should probably be all the way to there filled in. It is getting dark. I realize that. Nope, that's not dirt. Okay, let's race to the bed. Because otherwise we will have more Endermen. We certainly don't want that. And let's also... we still have those. Grab these blocks because I need them. I can never make that jump over there. Because I need them there. Okay, we don't need any walls actually, just slabs. Good. Back to dirt placing. Yeah, that should probably extend even further. And then curve in like that. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Oh yes, I think the park will look quite nice once it's all done. And I think we have to get rid of many of those windows. To be honest, that's quite too many. I'm actually not too sure if after this community center is done, I will add too many more buildings on this main island. I mean, there's still enough space. But the next thing is I want to focus on the small sandy island we have beyond the ship. I have big plans for that, which will be a little bit differently themed. Let's call it that way. Generally, there are many small islands around. And I have the idea of giving every one of them a different theme, a different color palette. Make it... I mean, it might be a bit too much to say like different small worlds, but certainly like different places, and I'm out of dirt. How? How am I out of dirt? Like different areas. Let's call it like that. Alright, but I think because I'm now out of dirt, that wasn't supposed to happen, with still this big hole left to be filled in, I think that is a good opportunity to actually call that stream a stream. Because we are getting here to 4 hours, my tongue is kinda dry. And I need to do some mining to get more deep slate, get more dirt, would you believe it? And if everything goes well, no promises yet, but I plan to do another stream tomorrow. And I will definitely do the Stardew Valley stream on Monday. So subscribe if you want to catch those. Also feel free to check out past videos or streams if you feel inclined to do so. Have a wonderful day. Anything else I'm supposed to say? Bye! Okay, and I am on a new PC, so I have no clue what button actually ends the stream.